Howdy. Oh yeah, okay. Haven't been here for a while, so I kinda have to remind myself how things work. Alright. Yeah, got it. Everything writes me that here's some news, this is new way how to remember to guard the premise. Okay, but how can I make you disappear? No, I did not want to fucking do that. Why would I? During stream. How can I make this fucking whatever? You don't see. Oh, and yeah, I'm cursing in the first minute of the video, but nowadays it doesn't even matter because anytime you can curse in the video and it will give the right. Uh, hey, blood, what up? It will give the right to YouTube to demonetize. Not like I'm monetized because I'm way far from that, but the thing is that some changes are going on. Whatever. So right now, I barely have. What the? Okay, my earpiece is not working how it is intended. Everything is bad. I barely have any time to. I mean, it's not like I don't have the time. If I would want to manage that, it's just I'm more like on the socializing side of doing things nowadays. But when sometimes the game does this, because I no, not this. That's something that I did, pressing wrong buttons there. But when the game does this, okay, this one is not, and does this, that it makes me that I have to do it in 3 days and 10 hours. So yeah, I cannot take a break as I intended to. But on the other hand, writing is going well. In yeah, so in a much slower pace than I expected, because I had to change some. Hey, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, I get it. The wrong pipe. Now, who are you? Definitely someone from Fontaine. I mean, it seems like a Fontaine dressing. Oh, she's not gonna be a little girl because she has to be older than she looks. Hmm. Hey, greetings. Why am I dazing off in the distance? Dvorak? Where's the zh sound? Yeah, from Fontaine, as I guess. Dvorek. Okay, so that I would understand because there are sounds that are written differently with the D and the Z and the whatever. Dvorak. How did the S go there or Z? You know, and everybody who is lost runs around screaming. Dvorak? All right. Oh, finally I could click on it. I have no problems with food, thanks. I mean, not in the game. Everyone savors some delicious lotus flower crisps, blah blah blah. Oh, you already had the Sumter Beasts share. Yeah, my Paimon. Huh. As from the Fountain member, he seems to be well mannered. I mean, it seems like the Fountain population is more like when they are have their asses licked, then they are nice. But when they don't see the use of the other person, then they are like rude. Ah, that sounds somewhat familiar. Doesn't ring a bell. Doesn't ring a bell. I really hope that the sound goes out right, so it's not like on my end. It tells me that it does. So hopefully everything's all right. Oh, I'm pressing. I'm clicking on wrong screens again. Fortunately. Huh? Wow. I mean, I'm the same as Yao Yao, so I'm not worried. But that's how usually Genshin does. Mm-hmm. Oh. It's a nice legend. It's heart. At its heart, is a true story. What? Oh, it refers to the other sentence. I get it. Oh yeah. You know that every time you have lived the entirety of your life, so because you don't know if you're dying the next minute or not. So until now, this is the entirety of your life. You don't know that it's half or the third of what has potential to come. It actually depends on you, usually. But right now, it's not like I haven't lived half of my life yet. It's probably what adults are telling to people, and that's why people always think that they still have time to live. They have always time to finish what or even begin what they decide that they would like to do, but they are postponing everything all the time. Procrastination at its best. That settles it then. It was Diva. Who was disagreeing with you? Yay, Ganyu! Now this sounds like how cheating should be pronounced. I'm not even there. So, uh, usually voice actors. Oh, by the way, as you could notice that I'm using the English mm, voiceover during, and from now on, this will be how it is. Be- out of comfort, let's say. That's the shortest version. But I was thinking about it that I like I like original, but Japanese here it's not even original language, because Chinese would be. But I like the Japanese language. That's let's say it that way. But the Japanese has me, even though my realization is after 2 years of playing this game, but even the Japanese use different expressions, different pronunciations, different absolutely different names that mean the same thing but not sound the same, not even sounding similar. So many times it was like I'm not getting the original version, but because all this, a lot of this talk that they are doing, a lot of discussions and whatnot, it's very elaborated. Do I want to say that word? But maybe somewhere there. you know. So it takes a lot of time and a lot of talk that they are doing, and to make it more, not energetic. What's the word I'm looking for? Dynamic, I guess. To make it more dynamic, to listen to this and read and everything, I think that English language, after long consideration, and I should have done that for like before in Azuma or something, or maybe change there. But now I decided that I don't really care anymore. So it's more like it's easier this way. It's more comfortable this way. Even though sometimes I might switch back just because I'm switching, but missing the Japanese language. But I'm watching anime sometimes, so it's like really not really a miss. However, here it is that it will go this way from now on. Oh, but by the way, I know that there are many mispronunciations in the English versions, even though the pronunciations are told to them how to pronounce something by the original makers of the game, the developers and whatnot. So still, it's more like they are going with the Americanization of the pronunciations, if it goes there. Like I think Tinari is pronounced as Tinary, maybe. I think in English. I'm not sure. I don't know. But it's more like the Liwe pronunciations. I was looking it up back in the day when I learned how Kaching should be said, for example. But no one. So I will not be like this, because I'm more like a Hungarianization side of the thing, because for me the pronunciations are a bit odd this way, even though I can say it, I think, close enough to how it should be said. And I even heard that even the Chinese people are like not pronouncing. It's like dialects and accents, how they work. So not every one of them pronounces everything the same way, as we don't either. But it's more like there it is. I know how it sounds. I know how to pronounce it the best, how I could. But from my mouth, Kaching sounds, I think, odd. But how I pronounce my pronunciation in English is it fits like the Kaching, to say Kaching. It fits in there. So that's why I'm going that way. That the Chishing, for example, the Chishing, okay. So it doesn't even come to my tongue the way I think how it should be. But I kinda no, I kinda, yeah, it's not kinda. I really know that how Yao Yao pronounced it. It was it was how it should be pronounced. It's like, for me, it's hard. For me, it's Tevat is somewhere on that level that I kinda get how it, but to actually say the way that it should be said, it's not that easy, but still better than I heard. For example, a pretty long video essay about Genshin, and Tewat was pronounced Teviat, like all the time. It was ear breakingly bad. Not the things that they said in the essay. It's pronouncing Tevat. That was the bad. So here I can get it that they are pronouncing it right. It's just for me it's the close enough, But I appreciate that if they are definitely paying more attention to that. Oh, and by the way, the last thing to say about that, because there are, in the Japanese version, there are such long pauses between like parts of what they are saying. I'm not even sure if it takes that much time, to say it in English. But in English, I would know when it finishes, actually, what they say, because I would understand. So I wanted to make an authentic, or more close to it, like a Japanese version of showing this story, to to have it recorded that way. But when I realized that I actually had a habit later that didn't even appreciate the Japanese language, and I was when I read the stuff and I found either the pause, or maybe they finished their sentence there, but I was clicking away in that point, just to not make it sound as a scuffed. But many times it became scuffed because of that, and it was like, it's definitely not an authentic version of it that way. But I could not use the auto, because if I wanted to jump in and talk between the lines, then the auto would get me to the next to the end of the next line. I have to wait, and I have to talk about that thing, and it just gets more complicated for no reason. So anyway, it's much better this way. And then let's get moving. Let's head off. Head off. Off with the head. Oh, you're staying? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Whoa, wait, there's a random encounter thingy. Oh yeah. Oh guys. Oh, you're alive too. Wait, what? It was definitely long enough to have the second hit. It was way longer than it was needed for get the second hit. Whatever. Oh, we're going for 2,000 meters. That's too long. That's what she said. Okay. So, what to do? Oh yeah, there's lantern rides, actually. Would you like this? Oh, by the way, I'm so freaking annoyed by it. I mean, some people like it, but for me it's okay. This will go. Well, I mean, home should be there. Huh. Let's go with Hutao. Okay. There you go. And oh, wrong button. Arrgh. This thing. All right. Person info. Let's do no, not thinking. Oh, Alpha was gonna stay. Wing. Wait, what? That's pensive. She's still smiling. What else? Huh. That changes things. What I want, yeah, okay. Almost. Can I? That's too low this way. Yeah, okay. There you go. That's very postcardy. What would be really fucking cool, actually, if we would be able to do dashing while in the air. But we definitely won't get that because MiHoYo doesn't, or HoYoverse, so they don't even change anything, any game mechanics. They rather, I don't know, get in a coffin and die before they would change anything that they already made in the game. But and other than that, there's the Wanderer, Scaramouche. If no one would know who the Wanderer is. So, since Scaramouche got out and he's got these air dash thingies as a way for his skill, which is, I think it's stupid that way because I would have gotten for Scaramouche if it wouldn't be that short of a time that he's in the air, because it doesn't really give him that kind of extra. So it's more like a design effect. it has some extra stuff, but if you are using those, then this design effect goes away quicker than expected, and if anything hits you, then it's even longer time it was needed to get back into the combat. So it's like a punish yourself by it. Oh, it's not if you what is it? If you are shielded, yeah, but for that you have to change the character. That character cannot levitate, so you're changing into another character. Get a shield, get back to Wanderer. So it's like it's cuffed. It's cuffed because you cannot use the characters the way that you would like to feel good with them. So it's for me. I even just trying out the Wanderer. It was like no, nah, not for me. It would be for me. What is not for me? So what is not for me is that how it is implemented. You know. Now, I hate them. I heard that constellation heavy. You know. What I wanted to go with. I wanted to talk about something here. That's why I came here to talk about something. Which character was there that I did not wish for? Yeah, Xiao would be good, but oh yeah, she's not here. That's why. Because I heard that Dihya will be like very constellation heavy as well, and I will not go for multiple constellations. So now I think that I'm not going for basically any character, not wishing for anything for a while. It seems until something comes out that actually I'm saving up if we will have Nahida rerun, then I would be able to get her, because now I have yeah, this is not the party that I was originally having. Okay, let's go. So now I have Raiden Shogun, and yeah, she's actually awesome, but I'm not even using her the way it is intended. Actually, it was like the weapon thing. Everybody said that the catch. Oh, the catch will be so fucking cool. Ah, yeah. And the thing is that the catch. So base attack 510, 45.9. The catch? Yeah, it's the same. But here, after using an elemental skill, increases normal and charge attack damage by 16% for 12 seconds, max 2 stacks. So it's like for 42% of attack. And it's not really like it doesn't really have a cooldown, so it's like when you use the elemental skill and attack like in any way and with any character, because that's not said that you have to be like Raiden Shogun there to kick it. So normal charge attack goes up, definitely, and when the stacks go away, elemental skill, which is shorter than 12 seconds, it's go down. So it's like always up. Here, the elemental burst damage and the elemental burst crit rate is raised. It's here with her. I use the skill way more than the burst. I use the burst, but I'm more focused on the skill, on her skill, because that affects the other characters more, or in more situations. That's what I'm saying. So it's a lot of times it's not about the burst, but even then the burst I'm using with Zhongli, the burst, much more effectively and much more. So with him, I use the shield and then use the burst, or the other way around. It doesn't really matter. I use the burst, then I switch off to another character. You know, here. Even if I switch off to another character, or even if I'm staying with her, the normal and charge attack boost counts. With Zhongli, it wouldn't. So I'm going with the prototype start getter because I don't have any 5-star or anything else that would go with it better. Not even the Famonius stance. Crit hits have a 100% chance to generate a small element of. I don't think that I need any elemental particles here because I think I'm set. I definitely feel like I'm set with those. So it's like between these two, this goes better with the Shogun, I think. At least in that case that I want to have the catch more like on Zhongli, and so if I would have 2 catches, maybe, but not even then I would be sure. Here the start glitter is quite fine, I think. So that's why I'm saying that I might not be using it right because everybody says the catch, but I don't see that difference that much. Oh. Because of the lantern lights. Why am I just... Well... And even the ears are alive of the sound of music. Alrighty. Hey, Shinyan. It's like the lady who everybody hates, and I kinda like her. So, yeah. They are. So you already know each other? Hey. Definitely, the festival is already started. Now that's more like how I pronounce the Liu Qixing. But the Qixing is it's like there's an S merged with an sh sound, you know, originally. There, she knows kaching. So it's like a k, and for me it's kaching. That's it. Kaching. Well, okay, I get it. The Shinyan's accent, it doesn't fit her. That's yeah, that's true. It's like hard to not think that it's over the top. You know, it works very, very, very well with Ellie in Borderlands 2. Oh, I really like. It's the same accent. I don't think that it's the same voice actor, but similar, definitely. And there with that character, it's there, it's right there. But here, Shinyan is basically she's from the US. So what does this southern accent? It's it's very off from here, you know. Alternate music festival would be something different. Would be a huge hit. So if it wouldn't be this over the top, it would be just like a subtle southern accent. I would go with that, but it's very. So the voice, other than that, it fits her. It's more like the accent that doesn't. Well, I would like to hear Yoonjin sing nicely again because that was only one time happening until now when she was performing. But other than that, when she was not performing and she was singing, then that was awful. Are you kidding? So it's Shangling. Shangling. That's something that I usually pronounce Shangling. So that's something that can be corrected. Hey, those are still here. Because I had the. Yeah. I had the commission. Yo! You guys. I can take the golden bass too. Yeah. Sorry, kitty. So I had that commission where we had to look for signs of love. And that was one of those. But those are just a lot of fish in my eyes. You know, those are just a lot of fish in my eyes. Shinyan would say. Hey, Madam Ping. Of course, we would say hi too. Greetings, Madam Ping. Yeah, nobody heard about it. An old lady wouldn't know much about that sort of thing that is famous. Yeah, kinda the opposite, but whatever. If we could add some musical elements to Lantern Ride, if we could organize a Lantern Ride music festival, same things. Phew! Oh. Yeah, she is basically my favorite Adeptus, I guess. Right after Yanfei. I mean, I don't know why I like Yanfei that much, but Madame Ping is as personality, as an Adeptus. Uh, uh, it's over Ganyu for me because Ganyu, I think Ganyu's been done dirty that way. So her character, her kit, her everything is very good, but story wise, she's like left behind. It's like nothing is interesting. Even Shenhe was much more interesting, you know, and she just had one storyline, while Ganyu should have had more. I don't know. Somehow it's not there for me. Madame Ping, she's a recurring character, and she's more interesting that way. That she's like a retired adeptus who is here and live and looking after people in the everyday life. It's just, I think it's a great character. Mm, Yanfei, on the other hand, she is interesting because she does things, and she's an active adeptus, you know. So that's why. Yay! Righty, go. Oh, let's pick some flowers here and there. What? These are stuff that shoot fireworks. Interesting. Phew! Almost there. Oh, we have a lot of these. Hey, Ganyu. What up? Holy what the fuck! Nobody would have told me that the sound is. What the oh shit, it's for an hour and nobody would told me that the game doesn't have sound. An hour in. So that's why I was like, okay, I hope that everything's alright with the sound. That's why I hate that I don't have viewers. And everything else is who gives a crap? Because the thing is, that's what you see that I'm changing. That on the other scene, it somehow did not change. It had the audio set to the right output. That's what I'm saying. And when I was testing, it worked there. But here it was nothing there. Oh fuck this! Fuck this! Ah. That's so freaking annoying because what the fuck can I do now that to make this work? Yeah, I was talking during that, but there's no freaking sound of the game. You don't see me. That's the better thing that I don't have the camera on because I'm like trying to press my brain out of my head. The fuck? I did not change anything there so the output would be different. Oh, but I did. But I did, and I did for the stuff that it's not even I did not even play because I wanted to play it because I recorded how this storyline has started because of course it started like in Liwe just without any warning. I just went into a discussion with Zhongli, and I was like, okay, I can record this. Because when I exited the game and I re-exited, sometimes I can save it, like with something some other quest I could do it that I quit, and when I restarted the game, then it did not start the animation. So I was like, okay, I'm not going there, so I wouldn't trigger the animation. But with that, I could not do it. So I recorded that conversation with the bamboo shoot thingies because he was the one who sent us there, and they were like talking for a few minutes and nothing extra interesting because but I did not know then. So I was like recording that, and that's why it was changed, and I forgot about that. Of course. Fuck this! That I want to do things right and then it gets worse because of that. It's like, why would I try then? So that's how people work, and you know that's how rejection works. When people are getting rejected, then even if the other one would be like, okay, I can see now that the person that I'm rejecting is like persistent enough, and I can appreciate it. But on the other hand, with the other person, the appreciation comes too late, and they are like having the effects of the rejection that they are not trying anymore, and then it will be like both parts are missing out. It's like the same way here that I'm trying to do things right as far as I can managing my life. I want to do things right, not just here, not just with streaming. It's not like that. You know that it's not like that. Everybody has this type of stuff, but then when it seems like the people are doing this in vain, and there's no results or even worse, bad results, then they will decide that why would I care? Why would I try? Why would I, struggle with stuff like that? And it's the same with me, of course. It's not like it's not like for example that I would have spent the last 1.5 months since my last stream that I was like playing games. As you can see, I barely played in Genshin. even the meantime, I was like, what did I play? Because Need for Speed Heat I played before that, so it's not even there. I did not fucking play anything. Something I did. Well, let's just check. How would I be able to? Okay. Oh, I started a small game just for fun, and I played a few levels, but nothing really. Yeah, nothing. The rest I did not play. Okay. It was like a puzzle game with a few levels. I don't think that even done a chapter or something. If it has chapters, probably has.
Understood, Miss Ganyu. I'll take my leave now.
Ganyu! What brings you here, Yao Yao?
I've brought all the medicine you asked me to pick for you. Oh, and here's a pack of sweet flower seeds as well.
Fuck, I'm so mad. Fucking
Genshin leaves Nick a great pot of tea that's very good for you.
Because right now I think that it's like ruined the whole thing. So I'm feeling closer to just shut it off and forget about it and then don't give a fuck. But you know, I don't want to be that bitter, and if I do that, then that's the road to bitterness. If I don't do, then it's like you know, resilience. And which one is the good one? You can argue about that. I mean, I know it's still not the easiest way to not get affected by something like this, when it's the only reason that I'm here to make to record the videos and not have them, because I could have done this like a week ago, and I did not want to do it just to get the story on the screen instead.
I know you've had a lot to deal with at work recently, but you shouldn't push yourself too hard. If you're not careful, you'll end up falling asleep in the grass again.
Of course she will.
Well, this is weird. It's like a responsible younger sister talking to their disorganized older sister.
Oh. Paimon, you're running your mouth again. Don't listen to Paimon.
Thank you, but Paimon's criticism is quite valid. I do have a tendency to neglect matters outside of work, and that's something I should improve on. Oh, my apologies. I don't believe we've been introduced.
Ah, Paimon will do the honors.
Oh, thankfully it's just a sentence in the dark background.
What's wrong? Did Paimon go over everything a bit too fast? It's definitely an ambitious plan. If there's anything you didn't quite catch, Paimon's more than happy to go over it again.
It may be a little difficult to make this happen.
Oh?
Well, the Lantern Rite is the most important festival of the year. Our celebrations must not only be visually spectacular, but also appeal to the tastes of Liyue citizens from all walks of life. The Iridescence Tour is relatively unknown in Liyue. It's difficult to predict how a brand new show will be received. It would be quite risky for us to bet everything on this one music festival.
Why would you bet everything on this music festival?
All very valid points. I completely understand.
Therefore, we will not replace or cancel any of our pre-existing program. However, I will submit a proposal requesting to put the Iridescence Tour special performance as the final act of this year's festivities. Some live music will certainly add to the festive atmosphere on the night of the Lantern Rite. As for the venue, Let's reserve a space at the docks.
So we're not stealing anyone's thunder, but we will end the night on a high
Yes.
note.
My thoughts precisely. Now I just need to take some time to give this proposal some polish. As long as I clearly lay out the pros and cons, and highlight the key points of the proposal, given that Ping and the Traveler have both given the idea their blessing, I'm confident that Qixing will be sure to give it serious consideration. Mr. Dvorak, I will need to discuss with you the number of musicians who will be coming to Liyue, as well as their catering and accommodation requirements.
Oh, yes, certainly. Let's step to the side and discuss further.
Huh? So I feel like we are quite authentic in that way.
Work to do. Ganyu's as diligent as ever.
Because we are late to the party, so it's like because they are late to start organizing, it's like I have kind of the same feeling there, that urge of is it even worth doing this? Kind of, just as I was talking about it
I
right
couldn't
before.
agree more. Master once said that everyone has things that they are good at and things that they are less good at. So, with that in mind, Ganyu shouldn't feel compelled to become perfect at absolutely everything. I'm good at taking care of people, so that can be left to me. Wow. Hey, Yo-Yo, can you take care of Paimon too? Paimon's getting hungry again.
Paimon, you're trying to freeload again.
I'm afraid my backpack's empty now, but if you let me know what you like, I can bring you some of your favorite dishes next time we meet.
It doesn't seem empty from this side.
Apart from lotus flower crisps, what else do you like? Anything sweet, and anything that's made from slimes.
Here's what I've drafted so far. Anything else you want to add?
No, this is excellent. I'm racking my brains, but I don't think you've missed a single thing.
Perfect. Then we'll leave it as is. I'll go make an official copy. Oh,
Alrighty.
perfect timing. We were just wrapping up our discussion here.
Yeah, that was
Not
quick.
at all. Every second counts for a complex proposal such as this. I will inform the Qixing of this development immediately. Please give me a moment to pass on the message. Yao Yao, thank you for bringing my herbs. I will make sure to take them.
Remember to make tea from them first, Ganyu. You mustn't just chew them raw.
I will.
But she's a goat. She won't.
Okay, I should be getting back. If Yo-Yo stays out for too long, Mom and Dad will be worried sick. Everyone, I'm sure that the music festival will go off without a hitch, so don't worry. And in case I don't see you before, I wish you all a very happy Lantern Rite.
Thank you, Yao Yao. Happy Lantern Rite to you, too.
We should go get dinner together sometime!
Stay put and wait for 2 hours. What the fuck? Oh, so that's what V does now. Ah. Huh? It's a bit more than 2 hours, but should be okay. Yo, talk to everyone. Oh, everyone still up there. I mean, nobody's there. It's just a trigger point.
Greetings, Traveler, Paimon, and Mr. Dvorak. Call me Kuching.
Kuching.
Ganyu has brought me up to speed on everything. I'll get straight to the point. The Qixing have approved Ganyu's proposal. Over the next few days, I will be working with Mr. Dvorak on behalf of the Qixing to facilitate the organization of this concert.
Yay! That's awesome!
Somebody will be efficient. Kuching strikes again.
Please. The Qixing have a duty to deal with matters such as these. We have merely moved things forward to the next step. On a more personal note, I am an avid supporter of all things new and innovative. As such, it is my privilege to work with you on this exciting project.
Thank you so much, Kuching. I'd become quite discouraged after our recent failures and was expecting the same outcome once again, so I didn't dare to get my hopes up. Never in my wildest dreams could I have imagined this going so smoothly. It's like a dream come true. Right. Time for me to call in the performers. To stage a concert at a high-profile event like this is a rare opportunity. We'll make sure it's a night to remember.
Yes! Our music band's finally getting fired up!
Yes, indeed. I know exactly what I'm doing from here. For a musician, music will always be the language they are most fluent in.
What about your ancestor? What about Fairy Lady?
That can wait for another time.
Oh,
Oh. Does she know something? But that quick change of how her iris got diluted, or pupils got diluted, whatever. But there was a subtle change, and that signals something. And actually, this look like she's looking at both of my ears at the same time.
What's
Interesting.
they told me all about Mr. Dvorak's situation, but I was so engrossed in drafting the proposal that I forgot all about it.
Oh, that's quite all right. I don't even know what the person I'm trying to find looks like, so it was always going to be a long shot. Don't worry about me, Ganyu. Your time and energy are needed elsewhere. I'm sure you already have plenty to deal with between this concert and everything else going on during the Lantern Rite.
Thanks. It was just that I had a few initial thoughts when I heard your story. For instance, I wonder if this lady your ancestor met might have been an Adeptus. What do you think?
It's definitely possible. We don't have enough information yet. Why are we answering to this? Whatever.
To tell you the truth, Mr. Dvorak, I am somewhat related to the Adepti myself. I am part human and part Qilin. The Qilin is an illuminated beast. I know how important your quest to get in touch with your roots must be to you, because I've been there myself before, trying to find out where I belonged.
Yeah, we know
Did you
about
say
that.
the Adepti? And you're illuminated beast? Part Qilin? Are you telling me all the rumors of the Liyue Adepti are real? So it's not just artistic license?
You bet they're real! Trying to track them down is tough, though. Like Julian Karst itself. There's nothing specifically stopping you from going there, but getting in and out of there is quite an ordeal.
I mean, we're doing that like
Yes.
every day.
Anyway, if you're looking to uncover a lost melody or shine light on a forgotten aspect of Liyue's cultural history, I'm probably not the best person to ask. But if it's a person you're looking for, then I just might be able to help.
Yanfei?
I see. I think I understand the situation now. In that case, Ganyu, shall we divide the work between us?
Yes, that was also my thought.
Great. So Mr. Dvorak and I will concentrate on things here in the city to make sure the concert goes according to plan. In the meantime, Ganyu will reach out to our network and try to find the person he's looking for. How's your workload at the moment? Will you be able to make time?
I can probably get through everything in 2 days, as long as I don't sleep.
Wait, what do you mean as long as I don't sleep? Even for someone with illuminated beast blood in their veins, working for such an extended period without a break will take its toll on your health.
Somehow that does not sound persuasive coming from Kuching.
Be it but 3 moons from the start, he who returns is not he that departs. Even I know the importance of maintaining a healthy work-life balance.
In that case, 3 days.
Alright, I can work with that.
If you have the time, would you join me for this search? You're well known to many of the Adepti and respected among the people. I'll feel much more at ease with your company.
Of course.
Okay, then let's meet back here in 3 days.
Watch this space, Mr. Dvorak. We'll get to the bottom of this.
You're all so helpful and kind. I just...
Just think, Imagine if we found the Adeptus lady, or one of her descendants, and got them to come to the performance. Wouldn't that be amazing? It'd be such a happy reunion. And that's exactly what this festival's all about.
I'm sure the wind that guided you here feels the same way.
You're right. Okay, I'm gonna pull out all the stops to make this lantern ride a true extravaganza.
We should probably get going. Mr. Dvorak, could you come with me to confirm the site?
Ooh, we're coming too!
I was wondering, what are your thoughts on music? What does it mean to you?
Music sounds nice?
Truth be told, the question of what music means to people is one that I've been pondering for quite some time. Let's revisit this question after the concert.
Right?
Lady Yuhang?
Johan?
Bywin, what is it?
Per Lady Ningguang's orders, I've been gathering intelligence outside of the city with the goal of uncovering and dispatching any trouble ahead of the festival. I am told that a strange melody was heard somewhere along the coast. I was wary of investigating further on my own, so I was just on my way to report this incident to Lady Ningguang. But I'm worried that if we don't act right away, we may miss the window of opportunity to take appropriate action.
I understand. In that case,
Let's handle this one.
Pitching, you're busy enough as it is. There's a ton of different things in the city that needs your attention. Leave it to us. Don't worry. Whatever it is, we'll definitely be able to handle it. Well, she will handle it.
Hehe. Of course.
With the traveler on the case, it's as good as dealt with. Thank you. This will be a great help. I will inform Lady Ningguang about the situation. Once it's resolved, please come and find me again at Yujing Terrace and let me know.
Will do. And say hi to Ningguang for us.
you have my thanks too. Stay safe and come back as soon as you're finished.
Good luck.
Okay. By the way, I was thinking, maybe we can watch actually how this whole thing started. Yeah. Oh. Oh. I'm fucking things up. Wait. Okay. No, fuck. How fucking annoying that is. Everything is fucking annoying. Okay. Everything is fucking annoying that is more complicated than it should be. So how can I? So if I put that away. Because then there's a background. But shit. Fuck. Okay. Studio mode. But if this is... Wait. Okay. 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 Okay, because last time it did not work like that. So... Here... But also I have to change... But oh, because this doesn't record the... Whatever, this music will be in the background until then, I think. Maybe, whatever. What? So, the thing is that this was the beginning of the beginning conversation. So this is when I started recording.
Huh? Young Lee, what a pleasant surprise meeting you here.
Oh, why the pleasure is all mine, as is the surprise, surely. It must be fate that brings us together in this place. How have you fared as of late?
Everything has been going great. Things have been going right.
Over the course of a long journey. If you wish to share what's troubling you, allow me to lend my ear. There is no need to shoulder all burdens by yourself.
Thank you, Zhongli.
You are too kind.
So, Zhongli, are you here to listen to stories over tea again?
I had originally planned to set out after this last round of tea. However, I had planned to take a walk to Chingsa village and gather some nascent bamboo shoots, which are currently in season. A villager there once gave me a small sample, and they possessed a most excellent flavor.
Huh? Nascent bamboo shoots? Why can't you just use normal bamboo shoots instead? Wait, Paimon knows, because Zhongli prefers the finer things in life, right? Okay, Mr. Particular, let me guess. The nascent bamboo shoot has a uniquely tender texture and a delicate sweet taste that its normal cousin cannot match.
An astute observation, Paimon. You know me well indeed. Lantern Rite is almost upon us, but besides the bamboo shoots, there are a few other items I have not yet procured from Director Hu's list. May I ask if you have already made arrangements for the days ahead?
Well, we were planning to use the opportunity to say hi to some of our friends, but before we were able to figure out a schedule, we ran into you.
Well then, might I invite you to imagine the sheer delight that is a soup cooked with the freshest nascent bamboo shoots in all the land. Generous cuts of pork belly and crisp, fragrant bamboo shoots placed together in the pot and left to simmer slowly for half a day.
I've never had anything like it.
Doing this on purpose, aren't you?
I'm already
That's
drooling.
under your plan. You just want to hoodwink us into fetching your bamboo for you.
Yeah, the story eyes. I remember the story eyes. Yeah, I've been lingering on it. And the look.
Why, I assure you, I would do no such thing. I merely wish to inform you of the freshest, most succulent and flavorful bamboo shoots one could ever hope to taste.
Ugh. Let's go, Traveler. Paimon's taste buds can't take it anymore.
Ready to go when you are.
Collecting a few bamboo shoots shouldn't take too long. Paimon has gotta get her hands on some of that soup.
Such fine specimens are indeed well worth the excursion. Very well. I shall leave the bamboo shoots to you. Should you have the good fortune to find some, please share them with me as well.
See? Paimon knew he was just bamboozling us.
However,
Oh, yeah?
there is no need to rush. The streets of Lille will be bustling with visitors and filled with all manner of celebrations during the festive period. By all means, go wherever your interests lead you. The nascent bamboo shoots would be but a wonderful final touch to a most exceptional feast. What an honor it would be to savor them in the company of friends.
So it was at this time when Zhongli said that okay, there's no need to rush, and it's a time-gated event. What the fuck? as if they are trying to tell us that it's not like that you have to do it in time, because if you don't, then you won't be able to do it like any time in the future or anything like that. No, so it's the annoying part of it. And on the other hand, he said that he's gonna go for bamboo shoots. We said that we are going to join him, and then he's like, oh, you're going, then okay, come back and give me what you found when you're coming back. I'm not going then. There's no reason for me. You're doing the trip instead of me. Yeah, Zhongli is I like the character in some ways, but actually I don't get that hype that he's got, other than that he's Rex Lapis, but usually he's kind of boring character. Yeah, I said it. Don't come and hate me. We will check in with you later at Function Funeral Parlor.
Take care now, you two.
Alrighty, I think this is the end of it, yeah. So let me change back here. Close this one up. Alright. Bring this one back up. I hope that I did it right. If not, then fuck it, that's how scuffed
One client,
things
two
are
clients,
nowadays.
3 clients.
Oh, 400. Is that too far? Kinda. I have like an hour left. Ish. Maybe a bit more. So that's one of the reasons that I did not do any streams nowadays, because I have shorter periods of time that I have available. What's this? Actually, I've never seen this. Oh, I get it.
Byron said the strange tomb is coming from around here, right? But Paimon doesn't hear anything. There doesn't seem to be a soul in...
I was just wondering who in their right mind would come out to a place like this. So, it's you two.
Are you the fairy?
Come on! How'd you sneak up on us like that? You nearly gave Paimon a heart attack!
But the fairy should be an older thing.
You look pretty alive to me. Can't have spooked you that bad.
Now that I've seen Avatar: The Last Airbender, you know, The Legend of Aang, or what it was, this haircut makes me think of Azula at the end.
Fair enough.
Know anything about the strange music?
You're here for that too? Saves me a bit of explaining. Come with me. I've already reconned the perimeter, so we should be safe.
Right.
The stuff by the door is in pretty good condition, though. It can't have been too long ago that someone was last living here.
Alright.
The doors and windows are all fine, so there definitely wasn't a break-in.
Now it's going to be.
This place is completely empty. There's nothing valuable left here at all. How strange. It looks like it's been looted, except for the fact that there's no sign of a struggle. The bad guys could have sneaked in while the owner was gone, but then how do you explain why the door and windows are intact?
It wasn't closed in the first
Seems
place.
you've done a pretty thorough inspection. So, any theories on what might have happened here?
Yaylon, you didn't hide some of the evidence from us on purpose, did you?
Why would I make this more difficult for you? We're on the same side here.
Okay, well, Paimon gives up then. Paimon's got nothing.
What about you? Give up as well?
It's difficult to theorize with so little evidence. It must have something to do with that melody.
Your instincts are pretty good. Or perhaps it's not instinct. The strange melody is one of the few pieces of information you have available after all. Let me share a folk story with you. A long time ago, there used to be a group of bandits in the Liyue countryside who would sound a horn every time they were about to raid a village. But it wasn't a rallying cry to rouse their fellow men. It was a disconcerting tune, meant to intimidate the weak and warn them of their impending doom. To escape with their lives, the villagers would abandon their homes and flee overnight, taking only their most valuable belongings with them. Everything else was left behind. The bandits were eventually brought to justice, but the fear and trauma remained in the villagers' hearts. Whenever they heard that melody, they would feel like their lives were in danger once again, and flee immediately. The culprit of this crime exploited that very fear to get access to this house without having to force their way in.
That's quite the story.
I'm just thinking, will this have anything to do with the fountain guy?
The victims obviously will have gotten quite a fright, but at least they won't be in any great danger. The important thing now is to find this copycat criminal.
If we use elemental sight, we could follow their tracks.
On any other day, that'd probably be a good idea. Unfortunately, it's not gonna work today. Take a look around and you'll see what I mean. This criminal is clearly well-versed both in using music to commit crimes and in making a clean getaway. Not only did they stay off the muddy road to avoid leaving footprints, it looks like they were also careful not to bring any gadgets with so much as a trace of elemental energy. Evidently, they were intent on keeping even the most experienced investigators off their trail. Unfortunately for them, I'm one of the best trackers in the business. They're not about to get away with their little scheme on my watch.
So basically, if we want to find the culprit, we just need to follow Yaylon.
Alrighty. We're doing it quite slowly.
As long as you can keep up.
Well, at this speed,
Since the
it's not
culprit's trying to be cautious and low risk,
difficult.
I'll bet they left through an area with some vegetation for cover, but not so much that it would slow them down.
Ah, you're starting to run. Yeah, you better run. But look, I can teleport too, and I know that you can too.
Here, look at this. These tracks are superficial, but they definitely didn't occur naturally. Something heavy was being dragged this way, meaning we're headed in the right direction. Huh. Their pace has increased. Normally, people carrying a heavy load slow down as their journey goes on and they start to tire. Whatever's motivating them to speed up must be psychological. For instance, reaching the home stretch.
Ah. That's a good observation, actually.
There they are! Look! A treasure hoarder tent! Ugh, not the treasure hoarders again! And so close to Lantern Ride, too! 'Tis not the season for their antics!
Come on, let's round them up.
Yay! I don't even know if my Hutao is intact. Okay, seems like she got the... Oh yeah, HP? Well, it's just attack. It's probably because I don't have many of this pyro stuff. This is better on Yanfei. This would be... This would actually be even better. A lot of crit damage. But for that I would need to change this. I mean, this has, well, not too many crit rate. But some. Let's see, what kind of flowers do I have? That has HP, not the worst thing to go with. It has elemental mastery attack. So this is kind of promising. We will lose some crit damage. Oh, I need some crit damage. What the fuck? Okay. So let's see. Because this is crit rate. This is crit damage. Let's see what this has if I enhance it. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, alright. Attack, yeah, I get it. Yeah, no. We go down to... Okay, let me get this off. Attack percentage, that's not... Fuck. It can be used for something or someone else. It gives me crit damage, it's not the worst. Energy recharge is not bad either. That attack, 2 rolls on the attack. That's the bad thing. So it's like avoiding to go to the right thing that I'm looking for. Oh, we have stuff here. Is this a crit damage? Crit rate and crit damage. That could be very good. Let's see this. What happens? I mean, let's check just this. What do we get? Attack percentage. Okay. Now we have 3 to 1 that I shouldn't get. Let's go with 12. Wow, that was a lot needed for that level there. But let's see. One to defense, 2 to crit rate. Okay, but that works, and that trigger, okay. Okay, there's one more here, so. There you go, 1 minus. Yeah, that's why I got 1 minus. Okay, okay. So, right now it's not changed. And I have the reason for it. Yo, man.
Hey, who are you? Where did you come from?
Yeah, from behind the tent, you know. What's
The
that look?
evidence is conclusive. Okay, confess and we'll go easy on you. My patience is running low, so why don't you do us both a favor,
You kidding me? You think I'm scared of you?
Well, someone who dyes their eyebrows, like Thor in the first movie, should be.
Perhaps not, but you should be.
Almost the same. Maybe they didn't see the movie, but they know the premise.
Busted.
Curses. Seems like you're not all talk after all. There's no going back now. Better up my game. Mercy! Have mercy!
Oh, my name is not Mercy.
It's a little late for that. I've
Call
come
me
this
Shirley.
far, I might as well finish the job.
I surrender! I surrender, please! I'll do whatever you say. Please have mercy.
Tell us everything. You have one chance. And I'm warning you. Don't make me ask twice.
I won't, I swear. You know, so Lantern Right's nearly here, and like a lot of people, I wanted to buy a few nice things.
And then it's almost
I know
over.
I'm with the treasure hoarders and everything, but I don't really have any kind of experience with robbing people and whatnot. So I don't have the guts to break into somebody's house.
Wow, you're really going to complain to us about that?
No, not at all. I'm just telling it how it is.
Okay. Continue.
I racked my brains trying to think of what I could do, and eventually I remembered something from back when I was a kid. The bandits would blow their horn, and my grandma would grab us kids and run. I remember the tune, so I figured I'd try it for myself. I mean, just to see what would happen. At first, anyway, I seriously didn't expect that family to pack up and leave. But they did, and they just left all their stuff right there for the taking. It was too easy. I couldn't resist. It was completely wrong of me. I know that now. I'll return everything that I took. It's all still in perfect condition. It'll be like it was never gone. Please, give me a chance, huh? Let me make it right.
Give you a chance, huh? Sounds to me like you'd rather strike some kind of a deal than spend lantern right behind bars.
Yes? Yes?
You know how to bargain, I'll give you that. It's just a pity that you didn't confess at the first opportunity. You'll have to take a walk with me. Once we've returned the goods, we'll find the owner of the house, and you can apologize to them in person. After that, I'll escort you to the Ministry of Civil Affairs.
Yes, ma'am.
You know, as a former victim of this kind of crime yourself, I doubt anyone understands the fear you inflicted quite as well as you do. Does your greed matter more to you than your fear? More to the point, if you can play a tune from memory, don't you think you should be capable of making an honest living?
You mean...
Yeah, that's an interesting advice.
That's enough hints for you. You'll have plenty of time to reflect on all of this yourself.
Is he going to play something on the Lantern Night Music
There's
Festival?
not much left to wrap up, so I'll take it from here. Guess this is where I'll say goodbye.
Well done, Yelan. She's not as accustomed to hear well done.
What is it? Is there something else?
She's accustomed to hear medium rare.
I'm still not sure how you first got your hands on this information, so play it safe when you get back. Don't mention to anyone that you ran into me out here. You helped a lot with the investigation and arrest anyway, so it's perfectly fair for you to get all the credit. Just take it. It works better for me, too. See you when I see you. And happy Lantern Rite.
Yelan's such a pro at this. With her taking it from here, it's as good as resolved. Foosh! Random event, a strange melody is complete. Although, it's kind of a shame that we never got that treasure hoarder guy to play the melody again.
Why is the shame? I'm quite curious myself.
How could anyone not be? When we were chatting with Mr. Dvorak, music seemed like such a positive thing. And most music is, right? It can help us relax, feel all warm and fuzzy, recall happy memories, or even just think happy thoughts. Paimon never imagined that music could be used to commit crimes.
It comes down to the ill will of the user. Their bad deeds influence the emotions associated with the music.
Really? Huh. Makes sense. Paimon's musical understanding improves again. Well, anyway, now that everything's resolved, let's get back to Liyue Harbor. Byron's still waiting for us with our random event rewards.
Yeah. But first, this is where... Yeah, this should be. And that's why. Artifact. Where you get? Oh yeah, it was flower. And we have 19 here. First of all, switch. And in a house. And then let's hope. Of course this had to go to defense. Fuck this. Fuck this. It's such a good piece. If that 2 times, even if just 1 time goes to the defense, okay, well, fuck it. But 2 times it goes to the defense. Out of 4 stats, the defense has to get 2 times. Such bullshit. Still, it's... Well, I changed from this one. Yeah. This is 1466. It's... This one is... Okay, I can compare it this way. Fuck it, it's better. But whatever. Oh no, this one is better. Because the higher crit rate. Right. Because this is like 28-ish, 29-ish. Wait, this is 12. Yeah, it's about the same that way. This attack percentage is higher. And there's attack here. So the flower is still, the other flower is still better. Higher crit damage. Now, the other thing is, what else do we have here? Now this HP goes better with me. The crit rate is higher here, the crit damage is, but it's more useful for me. Okay, we're gonna switch with Yanfei. Because for her, it's not that much of a difference. For me, it means a lot. If I go to this one, my crit damage is much higher. Energy recharge goes lower. HP, okay, changes up a little, but whatever. The main thing is that after this, what weapon do I have? Huh. I kinda don't know. What else? Oh, the crit damage really got the jump.
Toodaloo.
How the fuck did the crit damage go that high? Suddenly. Okay, so I have this crit rate. We have HP here. Yeah, it's better that way if I keep this. Whatever. Because now I need a higher crit rate actually. And we can use HP pieces as well, but these are defense pieces. I'm still not still did not build my Xinyan to go with defense, and these are only kept here because of that. Okay, let's do it like this. Takes too much time. So it's an elemental mastery, but no crit anywhere. Only in a defense part. That would be the only viable choice. I mean, we have HP here as well. Well, it could be that this one is better for Yanfei. Okay, let's see Yanfei. Crit rate is high. But maybe for her that does not change that much. Because that's that much crit rate here. She would get. Oh, but this is an HP piece. Ah, shit. That's why. That's why we basically don't have the opportunity to change. Ah, fuck. Then we'll stay like this. Okay. Wait. Clicked off screen. Can we... I mean, does she have any talents that would Yeah, when a parameter popular state activated by blah blah ends, all allies in the party excluding Huta. Excluding. You have their crit rate increased. The fuck? Why exclude the character there? And Huta's HP is equal or less. The pyro bonus increased by 33. Max HP. Yeah, so that's why max HP is important, which we have. 31. It could be better, but that's what we have. Whatever, I wasted too much time on that. Alright.
Byron, we're back! Everything's all sorted!
That's great news. Oh, please wait here a moment if you would be so kind. Lady Ningguang instructed me to advise her upon your return.
Alright. So Ningguang comes forth. There you are.
My greetings to both of you. Long time no see.
No need to be so formal with us, Ningguang. We've known each other for a long time now. You must be super busy with all the preparations for Lantern Rite. Don't mind us.
On the contrary, I think it is those that I have known longest to whom I should extend the greatest courtesies.
I agree with that.
Alas, on a different day, I would invite both of you inside for some tea and a brief respite from your travels. But you're quite right. Trivial matters aside, there's no escaping the fact that we have a grand concert to organize. Once the performance itself is over, we'll then need to invite the representatives of the Iridescence Tour for a discussion on future collaboration opportunities. The financing arrangements alone could well entail many rounds of discussion. Simply put, there will always be work to do.
Whoa, you're already thinking that far ahead?
Well, we can discuss more current affairs if you'd prefer. I trust you saw this year's Mingxiao lantern at the docks when you arrived at the city?
Yeah.
It looked like a goose. Which Adeptus is it modeled on this time?
Sea Gazer. I believe you're familiar with the name. Legend holds that he was free-spirited and easygoing. People described him as a cheerful soul and a loyal friend.
It's been too long. I can't seem to recall.
On this marvelous lantern rite, we pray that the fallen heroes may be guided home. If the sound of music can flow like the rivers and streams into every corner of the land, perhaps the souls of those who have gone before us will hear the song of a new era. I wonder whether the melodies will be to their liking.
Oh, they're gonna love them. I'm sure of it. At least, if the guy you mentioned is anything to go by, the Adepti and heroes of the past sound like a positive and free-spirited, cheerful bunch. They're sure to be open to new music.
Well, let's hope so. I heard that you'll be going on a search with Ganyu to find the descendants of a fairy lady from a Fontaine legend.
Huh? So, Ningguang's voice, English voice is not that much fun. Paimon's is much better. I mean, it's much more annoying in Japanese. And which is interesting because people are so irritated by her. And that's, I guess, from the English voice actor. But this one is, yeah, of course it has to be like a high-pitched changed voice acting, but it's not that bad than how annoying she can be when it's an already high-pitched cultural background of like young women, how they sound, or young girls how they sound, because she's not just girlish, she has childish, but for a child, she is like adultish, you know, voice. But in Japanese, it's sometimes it's much more like brain drilling, so to speak. In English, it's only a few times.
I'm sure this quest to uncover the truth behind an ancient story will turn into a most charming tale. Do share it with me, won't you? I couldn't bear to miss out.
With Ningguang, it's not the pitch. It's more like this. It's part of the dialect, but it's this. I'm sure this quest to uncover. It's like a you know, like a spoiled brat. She sounds like a spoiled brat who has power, you know. But her character, for me, it gives more like a not a spoiled brat who has power, you know. So who gained all this stuff and who can play it in a way how it should, you know, like how she approached us here in this scene. So it disconnects me with the character and the dialect that she uses. So how she speaks and what she does, it's like how she sounds, I would assume that the character itself is fake. But how I know her in the game, you know, I know that she is not faking anything, and so that's why the English voice dialect doesn't fit her. The voice itself, it fits. It's good that it's a deeper voice. It's more like what I say, the dialect. Absolutely. All right, so are we getting into these parts? So are these all quests? Huh. Okay.
Wanna come over for tea?
So what else do we get? Single harmony for a replaceable soul. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, these are the 4 parts. Okay, let's go with the main story, I guess. Point at time. This day or the next day?
One client, two clients.
2 days later.
Clients.
Why is it better for them if I do this like 70 times? And I just sit here and, okay, I'm gonna wait. Oh, okay.
Looks like it's about time for us to meet up with Ganyu. Let's head to Eugene Terrace.
Oh, we're right here. Oh, she's almost asleep.
Greetings, Traveler and Paimon. What time is it?
Are you okay, Ganyu? You were nodding off there. Didn't you sleep well last night?
I'm fine. Don't worry about me. Let's discuss the matter at hand. Since last time, I've been thinking a lot about the story Paimon told me. In essence, someone rescued a drowning man and performed some music. If that were all there was to it, it could have been many people, human or Adeptus. But the tune was allegedly so wonderful that the drowning man forgot about everything else, even his own impending death, and only came to his senses after being brought to shore. Perhaps there was an adeptal power at work in that music that he, as a mortal, could not perceive. Or perhaps he sensed a power surrounding him but lacked the words to describe it, not knowing where it came from. Either way, if this part of the story is true, then the rescuer has to have been an Adeptus.
You really think so? But this story is all the way from Fontaine. Isn't this a bit of a long shot? Also, Paimon's really curious about how people from Fontaine think this fairy lady looked.
Maybe they imagined her having wings. Maybe they gave her horns.
Then she looked just like Ganyu. Guess that does technically make sense. Actually, Ganyu, if you had to save a drowning person, how would you go about it?
Huh? Me? Well, I'd get them to the shore, and then I'd probably hide behind a tree and watch them for a while. Once I was sure that they were going to be okay, I'd slip away without a sound.
So stealthy. So cute.
So basically, Ganyu's the type of person who doesn't like taking credit for her good deeds.
No, it's not like that. I'm just not very good at explaining things. And I also find it really awkward accepting other people's gratitude.
Yeah, that's the same thing.
What if this Adeptus in the story had a similar attitude? That would explain why she just left without saying a word. She was probably thinking something like, one was merely passing by and saw fit to address this egregious disruption to one's graceful zithering at once. You may keep your thanks to yourself.
Yeah, it would be funny to have Paimon talking like this for a while.
That was actually a very good impression of Cloud Retainer, Paimon. As far as I'm aware, Cloud Retainer isn't the most musically gifted. Still, we can't completely rule her out just yet. If we set off now, we could head to Mount Outsung and ask her about it.
Outsung, okay. I'm not sure. Maybe that's one of those that there's a few mounts and the places in Liyue that I might switch with each of them, with each other, with themselves or something like that. But somehow it's I don't recall this pronounced. Okay, that's the word I was looking for. I don't recall this pronounced this way, but it could be. My memory is not the same.
You'll be able to confirm either way if it's her, and I can, I've been in Liyue Harbor for so long now that I'm just not as familiar with the Adepti anymore. If there's anything we want to know about them, she's the best person to ask.
Sounds great! And we're pretty close with Cloud Retainer by now, so we probably don't even need to bring her food this time, right?
I've prepared a gift for her to mark the festival, just in case. However...
You still have some reservations?
Cloud Retainer spends most of her days studying mechanisms in her abode. She's on her own so much of the time that the moment she has someone to chat with, she just... Never mind. I promised I'd help Mr. Dvorak, and now that I've made the contract, I can't be having second thoughts. Traveler, Paimon, let's set off for Cloud Retainer's abode.
Seems like this is a tough decision for Ganyu, but she's made up her mind now. Paimon gets why she'd be so anxious. Okay, how about this? If Cloud Retainer tries to start telling stories about her again this year, we should pipe up and change the topic. Wait, did she leave already? Hey, Ganyu, wait up!
That was funny. Okay, I definitely won't be able to finish this one. But we're gonna go with it a little. And I would probably... We're already here. I would probably do the one by ones, but I'm not sure. You'll see. Those separate ones by themselves. I mean, off screen, because I could do them during work that way. I mean, not between work, not during work. Yeah.
Paimon's so tired from trying to keep up. Don't either of you need to take any breaks?
I can't believe it. Cloud Retainer is not here.
Huh? Did we miss her?
She doesn't like to travel, so in the past, it's always been the other Adepti who come to visit her during the festivals.
Could she be busy with something else right now? Could she have run into trouble?
Paimon doubts that anything could cause serious trouble for her.
True. Now that I think about it, Cloud Retainer would be quite capable of taking care of anything on her own. There's no need to worry about her. Since she's not here, I guess the next step is to check all the other Adepti abodes, one by one.
Uh-oh. Will it involve a lot more traveling?
We are the travelers.
Got it! Paimon has a great idea!
Please go on, Paimon.
Our goal here is to find the Adeptus that helped Dvorak's ancestor, right? We can't
Right.
hear any music right now, but if she's really as nice as the story suggests, she'd definitely come to help anyone who was drowning, right?
Wait. Wait.
Yes, I think that's fair to say.
But wait. But for that, you know, that was an occasional thing that happened back then and now it's like okay, if I'm drowning here, then they will appear from God knows where.
So, all we have to do is get the traveler to pretend to fall into the water, and the Adeptus will come to the rescue!
If you're so sure, why don't you
You
try?
know perfectly well that Paimon can't swim! Paimon would sink like a rock!
I just think it's a bad idea. I guess I can give it a try.
Just trust Paimon! The water's pretty deep over there. Quick, swim to the very center!
Yeah. Swim there and then drown.
Go!
Oh. Those are fish. I'm not here for the fish.
Help!
At least not yet.
Help! Someone's drowning!
Oh,
Only there
oh.
was a kind-hearted Adeptus here to save us! Oh no! Whatever will a Paimon do?
The fuck if it's working.
What is going on?
Hey, Shao. I mean, he fits. He fits the
How do you
description.
feel right now?
And I think he can make music as well. Hey, Shana. I like this. Oh, fuck, this is fun.
Shenhe, and the Conqueror of Demons.
Why don't you say something? Please don't make Paimon explain it.
But you should.
Fine. Paimon will explain. We're looking for an Adeptus who's good at being a lifeguard and playing music. But if the Adepti aren't gonna stay home, then how are we supposed to find them?
It wasn't me.
So.
Yeah, so this Adeptus is most likely a woman.
And I am not an Adeptus, as you both already know, Traveler and Paimon.
Okay, so this is Paimon's fault. No way Paimon would have suggested this idea if she'd known how awkward this was gonna be.
I'm fine. Sorry for troubling you both.
Glad you're okay.
You're leaving already.
As far as I know, the one you seek is no Yaksha. And one last thing. Your actions here caused others a great deal of worry. Do not repeat them again in the future.
Huh.
As ever, the conqueror of demons comes and goes, just like the wind.
They don't even know what a prank is. It's just a prank, bro.
Right. I didn't dare to say a word just now. How's your training going, Shenhe? Have you made any plans for Lantern Rite? We could spend it together in Liyue Harbor if you'd like.
I had planned to spend the festival with Master this year. However...
Oh, speaking of Cloud Retainer, when did you see her last?
Earlier this morning. She set off for Mount Hulao at dawn. I noticed she was using an Adeptus art of some kind to protect a mechanism that looked like a boiler. Maybe it was a gift for Mountain Shaper. I did not inquire.
So we just missed her. Please excuse me for a moment. I think I'll leave the gift in her abode.
Sure. Thank you.
It sounds like Ganyu and Shenhe have gotten a lot closer recently.
Yes. During the summer and winter, I continued to train with Master. In the other months of the year, I have been learning to adapt to human life in Liyue Harbor.
To be an Adeptus?
Ganyu arranged accommodations for me in the city, and also recommended several work positions for me. But when I try to blend in by referring to her as Miss Ganyu or Lady Ganyu, like the others, she says I mustn't address her like that. Sometimes I'm supposed to copy other people, sometimes I'm not. It's a little difficult to keep track of everything.
Ganyu just doesn't want you to be too courteous around her. Ganyu gets embarrassed when people call her Lady Ganyu.
Is that what it is? Noted. So, you came looking for Master today because you wanted to ask her about the Mystery Adeptus. Is that right?
Yep. Oh, speaking of that, have you ever heard any music while out training in the mountains?
Music? What is that?
Okay.
It's a kind of a happy or relaxing sound, or a nerve-wracking sound, or even a terrifying one.
Okay, that's not a good explanation.
Okay, I'm done. I also left her a note so that she knows where to find us. We won't miss her again.
Yay! That's really helpful. Thanks!
We were just talking about this thing called music, and based on Paimon's description, I do believe I hear it every day. Please follow me.
Oh, really? Great, let's go!
Right. So I wanted to check on the entrance. I definitely just can't see it. The abode of Cloud Retainer decided to seem unwilling to receive guests. I forgot that it's like a domain. and that it stays red. Okay, let's go. Okay.
This is the place. I enjoy training here to the sound of music.
Why do you have to scream?
Paimon's gone deaf! Paimon can't hear anything!
Me too. My condolences, Paimon.
Oh, Paimon hasn't gone deaf after all! Paimon heard you when you just spoke. Anyway, where is this music?
The faint sound of birdsong, the quiet murmur of the streams. These are relaxing sounds. Are they not the music of which you speak?
No. But we have a lyre, so we could be able to show you. We probably won't. I'm just saying.
Paimon wasn't quite done with the description. Okay, fine. It's all Paimon's fault. What we're looking for are not the sounds of nature, but melodies played on special instruments.
Oh. And a melody is?
Go on, Paimon. Sing us a nursery rhyme. Ganyu, why don't you sing that folk song you sing to Glazed Lilies? Huh? Okay, I like her expression like this because it almost changes her character.
Hey, why don't you just sing that one melody Shen has heard before? It'll probably help her to understand what we're talking about.
Alright, fingers crossed this won't attract any whopper flowers. Well, I expected whatever.
Was that from the opera that Yunjin sang?
That was a melody, and melodies can be called music.
How easy it would have been said that you know the stuff that Yunjin does. That's music.
It felt like I was transported back to the past. In my mind's eye, I could see the Zhao lanterns lighting up the night sky again. We're all there, raising our glasses and drinking to our heart's content on the Jade Chamber. As I watched Yunjin's performance, I felt a warm sensation in my heart. And as the drink reached my stomach, it went from warm to hot. When you hummed that melody just now, feelings from a whole year ago came right back to me, as strong as they were on that day. So that's the power of music.
Wow, Shenhe. That was so deep! Music definitely has the power to bring up memories. It's like a time capsule with all the special moments from our lives squished inside. What about you, Ganyu? Are there any melodies that have left a deep impression on you?
I don't remember if my parents ever sang any lullabies to me. I know some local folk songs, and a few other things come to mind too. The songs of the sailors down at the docks, the little ditties that the vendors call out in front of their beloved shops, the tunes of folk artists performing on the streets.
Oh, the sounds of Leo Harbor.
That's right. In the past, whenever I heard the sound of those tunes, I always felt that they were worlds apart from me. Nenny and Leo probably view me as a non-human. And they are right, in the sense that I never could connect with humans' artistic expression and their sentiments. So I haven't been able to integrate into their community and be a part of their lives. At least, that's the view I held in the past. Only more recently did I start to realize that The only barriers are ones that I have erected with my imagination. The way those melodies make me feel isn't all that different from other people after all. They're about mundane details of everyday existence. Life's ups and downs, joys and sorrows. Even though we come from different backgrounds and have different stories to tell, when it comes down to the most common things that we see and experience around us each day in the city, in that sense, we're all the same.
You go, Ganyu! You're really making progress. You have loads of friends in Liyue Harbor when you think about it. Like, okay, maybe some are more like coworkers and bosses, but at the very least, Kuching and Shenna are your friends now, right?
Yes, I am. Technically speaking, we should refer to each other by the conventional forms of address used among fellow disciples. But now that I know what constitutes a friendship, I do believe we are more friends than co-disciples.
Thank you, everyone.
Once the days are warmer, I would like to host you at my home in the city. Please invite Kuching as well. I've planted many types of flowers. I'm sure some of them will be to your taste.
Just grass will be fine, thank you.
You are too kind. I couldn't possibly.
What's that word? Okay, I have to look it up. Okay. So I would love to see her graze someone else's grass.
Nonsense. You are my friend. I have cultivated and cared for the flowers just as you taught me. Once you've seen them for yourself, I am sure you can advise me how to do an even better job next time. I will save some for decoration. We can feast on the rest.
Oh yeah, because she's something like that as well.
Thank you in advance. Wait, what is that saying again? If you insist?
Do people say that? I'm not completely sure either.
It doesn't matter, okay? You got the point across. No need to split hairs. Paimon's more concerned about your idea of a girls' night out. Eating flowers? Really? Does this have anything to do with you both being the disciples of that illuminated bird?
I doubt Kuching will be munching on any flowers.
Who dares refer to one not by one's Adeptus title, but merely as that illuminated bird?
Master.
Our greetings, Cloud Retainer.
Ah! There it is! The illuminated bird is
Okay, Paimon was not
double humph. Now
double humph.
It rather than she, even after being chastised once already. Barely a moment has passed since we last met, and yet your impertinence has reached new heights. Very well. If you refuse to learn your lesson, one shall scold you no further.
Yeah, probably never again.
One has received your message from Ganyu. On the matter of the Adeptus you seek, one suspects to know their identity. Well, shall one lead the way?
Yes, please,
I
Cloud
still
Retainer.
have to complete my training for today, so I will bid farewell to everyone here.
Very well. Await my arrival at one's abode later this night. On this special occasion, you should indulge yourself with some savory dishes.
Happy Lantern Ride,
If you want to release a Shao Lantern, come and find us anytime.
Thank you, everyone. Happy Lantern Rite to you too.
Right? So, where do we go now? There. Alrighty.
Is this Quaily Plains? Cloud Retainer, why did you bring us here?
Ganyu is of course familiar with the name Guizhong, but have you ever heard of her?
I've definitely heard it somewhere.
Guizhong is another name of Hagentis, the god of dust. She was extroverted in nature and adored social gatherings and inventions alike. Long ago, this region was yet a prosperous assembly. Guizhong often invited her friends to visit her home, reserving for us seats around the largest stone table. Sea Gazer would always bring out his latest treasure and place it upon the table. He could be quite the braggart. Though usually a mild-mannered fellow, when it came to those collectibles he was so fond of, he always loved to show them off.
Paimon remembers that name. So that's what Sea Gazer was like.
He was an old friend and a former rival. One has many memories of him. Once he had brought out the treasure, it would predictably become the center of attention. Neither Guizhong nor one was content to let him
The
just
Genshin
sit
ballista.
so we would then also present our proudest mechanical creations. As Adepti, we were each gifted in our own ways, and naturally proud of our accomplishments in our respective fields of expertise. His treasures were not even of his own making. He just used his exploration skills to dig them out of the ground. How, pray tell, could he compare to me, when every single one of one's accomplishments were crafted by one's own hand?
Cloud Retainer, you are getting competitive again.
One digresses. Regardless, every time an argument occurred, Guizhong would come over to watch us during our mutual lambastics. On some occasions, she would join in, and on others, she'd take one of us by the limb and start uttering the most ridiculous nonsense.
What kind of nonsense?
No kind of nonsense were we spared. Sometimes she would brazenly opine, why argue between yourselves when neither of you could ever hope to beat me? Other times, she would make unsolicited suggestions, such as, once you two are done arguing, let's go to the foot of the mountain and grill some meat.
That's more effective, I
She
guess.
always sought to make everyone happy, and one must say, she had quite the gift for it. No matter what nonsense she said, one never felt bothered or offended. It also helped that she never referred to one as that illuminated bird or lady bird.
Come on, get over yourself!
Anyway, just as our impassioned arguments would reach the apex of acrimony, Marchosius would bring his delectable dishes to the table. Who would dare snub the stove god and his wondrous creations? At the sight of him, we would all immediately drop the argument and prepare the table for a night of feasting and drinking. Back then, one was always bothered by how the cups Rex Lapis brought were always too square for one's taste. Can you see yourselves ever enjoying a drink from a square cup?
Not effective. Rectangles can work, but not this. I don't think that the square is the right direction. Yeah, that does sound annoying. I don't think I'd really mind.
Precisely. So, as you can see, Even one as great as Rex Lapis was not immune to making the occasional blunder. Even one could never find fault with Marchosius's cooking. As we ate, Guizhong would continue to find topics for conversation, filling the table with humor and laughter. Each of those old fossils had their character flaws and points of obstinacy. So why was it that whenever we dined together, we always had a marvelous time? We would drink together from a spot high in the mountains, until the moon set and the sun rose, and only then would the banquet finally come to an end. Streetwood Rambler would often remain to admire the flowers with Guizhong before returning to her own abode. The glaze lilies were far more abundant back then. Entire fields of them would appear to the eye as a veritable sea of flowers.
Streetward Rambler?
That would be Ping. You probably know her as Madam Ping.
Oh, okay. Wait, this is a lovely story and everything, but didn't we come here to find that Adeptus from Mr. Dvorak's story? Or are you saying that it was Guizhong? Didn't she,
Alas,
Wait.
long has one avoided this place for precisely that reason. The sights here are a reminder of a time long gone, and evoke much sorrow.
Okay, but Dvorak's story is from a few decades back then, I think, if I'm right. While this is, I mean, the question is how long was Guizhong gone?
One should have guessed that you would disrupt one's poignant moment of mourning with your incessant questioning. No matter, one will share the whole story with you now. In times gone by, one quarreled oft with Guizhong concerning mechanical principles. We each had our ideals, and neither would yield. Under the pretext of a social gathering, one invited the impartial Rex Lapis to judge the quality of our creations. But Rex Lapis declared that Guizhong's Obscuro Vulpus mechanism was superior. Though one was too proud to acknowledge it, in one's heart, one knew that Guizhong was indeed the superior talent in the mechanical arts. As for the story between Guizhong and Streetward Rambler, that begins with a certain bell. In Guizhong's opinion, while mechanisms were no substitute for human composers, they were yet capable of producing simple but fine melodies. But Streetward Rambler believed music to be an expression of the soul, an emotional enterprise that could never hope to be replicated by machinery. They argued endlessly, until one asked Rex Lapis to intercede. He confiscated the bell and designated it for ceremonial use. Thereafter, one would often find them convening in the mountains, discussing music, mechanics, and all the affairs of the mortal world. But these good times were not to last. War broke out between the gods, and soon engulfed the Guili Plains. Guizhong was overpowered by the enemy, and fell in battle. When Streetwood Rambler and I arrived at the scene at long last, all that remained among the ruins was her lifeless body. After this, at Streetwood Rambler's request, Rex Lapis granted her the cleansing bell for safekeeping. To honor our friend's memory, one made a few finishing touches to her ballistic device. Many lantern rites have passed since then. Many greetings and goodbyes. Upon what do you gaze? The Guili Plains?
No. It's everything. We think of human life as like a lantern that's lit one minute and extinguished the next.
Is
But
that
are
Madame
we
Ping?
Adepti so different? Perhaps as dust settles after a storm,
Yeah.
the two must one day return to the world below.
Okay.
One has always
This.
been austere and private by nature, and has never relished socializing. One's dealings with Guizhang were born out of discussions on the discipline of mechanics.
What? You have loads of friends, and you seem pretty chatty.
Just because one is not ignorant of social graces does not mean one is fond of them. One is perfectly capable of partaking in conversation despite being introverted. In the end, one is nothing like Streetward Rambler. She is dauntless but thoughtful, not to mention eloquent and wise. Moreover, her friendship with Guizhang was far greater than one's own. Back when they were rivals, they would often compete against one another in the realm of musical composition. That cleansing bell was one of Guizhang's proudest works, having the ability to both compose and perform.
Wait, that's weird. Didn't Madame Ping say she pestered an old friend for that bell? And she also said something about being a vain beauty when she was young or something.
Streetward Rambler, a vain beauty. My foot. That bell has a sad history. Clearly, she refrained from sharing with you the truth of its origins, since the right time had not yet come. As for her old friend, who else could it be? As soon as Streetward Rambler heard that a certain Zhang Li wished to borrow the bell, she realized that the man was none other than Rex Lapis, and that he had made an enormous decision. After all, we all have known each other for several millennia. Some things between us are implicitly understood.
Whoa! So they were talking in secret code? Oh, Paimon did not see that one coming.
That was from the very beginning when Rex Lapis, I mean Zhongli, wasn't going to meet Madame Ping. It was actually about that since
Enough
then.
of your intrusions. Where was one up to? Ah, yes. One remembers now. The cleansing bell is powered by a mechanical art, and can be used to great effect as an accompanying instrument. After the passing of its creator, it was used on numerous occasions during rites of parting. But Streetward Rambler did not acquire it from Rex Lapis for the purpose of producing further funerary tunes. No. Each time she rang it, it was to play the tune that Guizhang composed on it. The two once clashed over their beliefs about the meaning of music. Who would have thought that with Guizhang's passing and Streetward Rambler's mourning, two tunes composed in discord would eventually become one harmonious composition? Once upon a time, Streetward Rambler also loved gatherings, liquor, and music. But after Guizhang passed, she preferred her own company. She could often be found sitting alone at a mountain summit, contemplating and reminiscing with her zither. The music would go from mournful to soothing to impassioned. Many years passed before she finally composed a melody to her satisfaction. In celebration, she played the tune to the clouds. Regrettably, one has only ever heard her play that tune once. Which brings one back to the matter you've been investigating. Perhaps it was during that performance that the ancestor of your Fontaine friend fell into the water and was saved by Streetward Rambler.
So, it wasn't Guizhang, it was
If she
Madame
was so
Ping.
happy with the melody, why would she only play it once?
One was also greatly perplexed by this. After suppressing one's curiosity for a long while, one finally approached her and asked why she would retire the tune after having spent so long on it. In response, she said, "Though the strings that played that melody survive, the one who inspired it is gone. Tell me, Cloud Retainer, when the one attuned to my soul is no longer here, who else could hope to understand this tune?"
Aw, poor Madam Ping.
I just remember being taken care of by you when I was young. Once the Archon War came to an end, I stayed behind in Liyue Harbor to honor my contract. Although I met Guizhong a few times, I never knew anything of this particular story.
Guizhong was quite the visionary, but tragically passed before her time. Her manuscripts still lie unfinished in the realm of clouds. Blank pages give one cause for contemplation on what might have been.
That's a very good point. Oh, that really gives me the perspective that because I think about my book is that will be my life's work, definitely. I might do something after it, but right now I don't have anything that I would say that, oh, that was my life's work. So if anything comes after, then I would still be able to say that, okay, that was my life's work, you know. And that is in works actively for a year now, at least, and passively for like 5 years. But there was like, for example, I think there was a year when I didn't even think about it. So it's not like, that's why I'm saying it passively. But since I started or written the first sentence that was referring to this story, that 5 years definitely passed since then. So, but now I am really active with how, but I think it would be like a very productive year if I would be able to finish it within this year. But that's my goal today. And anytime I think about it, if I'm able to finish this, then I think and do something with it other than just have it rot in a drawer or something. But even if I don't get any recognition from it, but this would go out and be well known even after I'm gone, then I would say that okay, that's why it had to be made. However, if I would somehow had to be stopping it before it's finished, before it's like completed in that way, because right now I don't think that what I've written, it doesn't need like any proofreading and fixing or anything, but still in this form, if I would be at the end of it, then I wouldn't think that the blank pages give one cause for contemplation on what might have been. You see how I relate it with this. It's very important.
Had you not decided to search for that mystery Adeptus, perhaps these stories too would have been lost to the sands of time. As of now, you know the truth. That the Adeptus who rescued the drowning man was none other than Streetwood Rambler. Do you intend to discuss this with her?
Definitely. I mean, wait. She. I mean, that I would. That's one thing. But she was there, and the fun thing, I was there, and she did not reveal herself.
You mean Ping might find the topic too distressing?
Huh. It's not because she knows about this now at this point. So she is thinking, I think she has to get to a point where she feels comfortable with it. But it's not, I don't think that it would be right away someone just kicking in the door.
Precisely. The passing of our old friend is a heavy topic that both of us are usually careful to avoid.
If I may be so bold, Cloud Retainer, could it be that this is just your own personal opinion?
Haha.
Oh? How so?
I've been in Leo Harbor for quite a long time now, and I've witnessed many farewells along the way. So I, too, am well acquainted with the pain of the passing of a loved one. But this doesn't bring the city or its people to a standstill. They have to keep moving forward. Someone as perceptive and wise as Ping will surely have come to understand and embrace this. Though these immortal mountains have lost an Adeptus, the harbor of mortals has gained a wise elder. No loss can ever be undone, but there is always much that can still be gained. Ping has helped countless people, and will guide many others in the years to come. And all to whom she extends a helping hand become her friends. People she can admire flowers and discuss music with. Though it is heartbreaking to lose a kindred spirit, life goes on, because there are new friends waiting for you further down the road.
And Ganyu is right.
Asked Madame Ping what she thought about adding a music festival to this year's lantern rite. When we get back, why don't we just ask her if she'd like to perform? Maybe we can even get her up on stage.
Oh, that's okay. That's a bit on the other end, but it doesn't mean that it cannot be.
You youngsters and your imaginations.
Why don't you come with us? It's been a long time since you last spoke with Ping, and Leo Harbor is always decorated so beautifully during the festival period.
Will you change into your more accepted attire?
Is not every lantern rite the same in this regard? Were there ever anything new to discuss? One in Ping could meet any day of the year.
I disagree. Each new day and each new year is different from those that have come before. How long will you simply let them pass you by?
Yeah, it's and even more like that. Every day and every year that you are not spending with trying to fill it up with value, which is like like the company of one of your friends, or even if you feel like that life has infinite days and years, it's still it's a wasted day, a wasted year, you know. I know that not everybody is that social, and she's not that kind of adaptus. It's definitely, but it seems like she values Madame Ping's company, so that's why I'm saying that. If nothing else, do it for Ganyu. Do it as a favor for me, huh? For Ganyu.
The edibles she brought this time were indeed quite delectable. Very well. Then one will be off. If the other old fossils have sneaked away into the city to amuse themselves, one shall soon find out.
All right. We should be getting back to the harbor as well. We don't want to keep her waiting. Once the Guili Assembly, now the Guili Plains. Say, if we planted flowers there and cared for them carefully enough, do you think that one day we'd be able to recreate the sea of glaze lilies?
Allow one to take back one's praise from a moment prior. You are still far too given to flights of fancy, child.
What does that mean? You are still far too given to flights of fancy?
What? Cloud Retainer? You were still listening?
One observed that you were making no effort to leave, and return to chasten and hasten you. This time, one is departing in earnest.
Alright, so now I'm going to watch a movie, and even though it because that's the time I have when I come back, and maybe I will continue playing this. I mean, I feel that I will definitely continue play this, but it will be late. But it doesn't matter. It's just for the recording, so it will probably happen, but we'll see. But I definitely don't have enough time to finish all the stories, and even the Archon quest that is half done, and care less about this game. I only care about the story, and it's like a custom or a habit now that I want to record it when it is an story quest or something. Whatever. I have to go. So see you later. Bye.